Hi everyone, welcome to the presentation. What is the relationship between time perspective and happiness? First, let's have a look at the concept of the time perspective. Time perspective can be divided into three time frames, which is past, present, and future. And the most popular measurement for time perspective is the Zimbardo time perspective inventory. Now, let's take a few seconds to see whether you're familiar with these five dimensions of time perspective: past negative, past positive, present hedonistic, present fatalistic, and future. And now let's take a closer look to see the relationship between fine time perspectives and happiness. High levels of past positive can have high scores of self-esteem, and happiness can have strongest relationship with subjective happiness. High levels of past negative with depression, low self-esteem, and tend to have more involvement in gambling, alcoholic abuse, and taking drugs. High levels of present hedonistic, people who seek more risky activities, are generally happier than people who are dominated by past negative. High levels of present fatalistic, young adults experience more feelings of depression and anger. High levels of future oriented have a negative relationship with subjective happiness. Now let's move to the balanced time perspective. For people who have a balanced time perspective, can avoid bias in certain time perspective is needed for the optimal happiness. For example, individual might be too future oriented to enjoy present happiness. So, what is the relationship between balanced time perspective and happiness? For people who have high levels of balanced time perspective, can have high scores on happiness and self-esteem, can have high subjective happiness and mindfulness, can gain more life satisfaction, subjective happiness, and satisfaction of psychological needs. Therefore, balanced time perspective is a good predictor of happiness. There are some tips for increasing happiness. Time perspective therapy for individuals to balance biased time perspective. Future time perspective intervention for increasing students' motivation. To summarize, there are five dimensions of time perspective. Two bias in certain time perspective dimension can bring adverse effects to happiness. Balanced time perspective is needed for optimal happiness. Time perspective therapy can be used to increase happiness. For more information, please see the reference and the link to the wiki page in the description box. Thank you for listening.